We almost gave Julia one time. Oh, here she comes. Okay, here she comes, y'all. We're gonna start off with her giving an update. What's up, Mom? One time. Oh, here she goes.
Hey, Matt.
Okay, here she comes, y'all. We're gonna start off with her giving an update. What's up, Mom?
Okay, this is not Connie. This is Sean.
Okay, here she comes, y'all. What did I say, Connie? Oh, I'm so sorry. What why didn't you correct me, baby? Hold on, turn your YouTube off.
I did, Matt.
I'm sorry. I totally screwed that up. Say it again because it was echoing.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Repeat what you just said.
I said this is not Connie. This is Shar. I represent the organization.
Yes.
I'm the president of the organization. Just
yes.
so you know that. So you kept saying Connie, but listen, it is Connie's voice.
No, Shar. Shar. That's a very important point, and that was a bonehead mistake I just did. But guys, look, Connie was the family. Shar speaks for them. Correct?
We are advocates, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what's important about this. Because basically you are too. Being a voice out here, for the families on the internet, is what's happening right now. These are really considered internet advocates for these families that you're trying to help, by providing the shield, the protection, and the information to these families. We've been doing this for a while now. We had taken it a step further into where we had decided that we wanted to go into Washington, D.C. with the advocacy group of Family Forward Project. So we did. So Family Forward Project, along with us, Cash Gernon Justice Family, is a grassroots organizations that are working together, including the internet. We were just there on May 20th. And then Connie was the other Connie Regularly, who is running Family Forward Project, had just went back last week. So meanwhile, what we do have is a series of bills that are being passed on the House floor that are being moved on to the Senate, right? So
yes.
So one of them is the advocacy bill, which is the HR 8866.
Is that the one I posted the other day, Shar?
That's the advocacy bill. But then we also have what just passed, Matt, was on the House floor now. It's moving on to the Senate, is the HR 9076. Okay. And that is to authorize child welfare programs under Part B of Title IV of the Social Security Act and strengthen the state and tribal child support enforcement program under Part D of such title and for other purposes. We always have to remember those words, other purposes. Okay, guys? That's what I try to point out on the other bill, the HR 8866, the other purposes. Okay, because there's more voices in this and more people active in this than for just the purpose that it's written for. We're trying to combine everything. There's actually 16 bills that are going on for the reform for the children and the families. So that's why I wanted to point out to you here's our start. This is the first one that went through, made it through the House. We have ours that's going to be going through the House, and we know a lot of changes are going to be made in the next couple of months. Anybody that's paying attention once there's a change of guard here as we're going along, and that is for the families. We have X now just turned is going to have XTube, so you guys be aware of that. XTube coming up.
I've been hearing about that. What is that exactly? Because I've heard about it, but Elon's trying to compete with YouTube, correct?
Well, it's basically going to be the same thing that it is out here. And I brought this to you guys before to let you know. Of course, he's going to compete. It's Elon. Come on now.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I think the access to XTube is going to be 10 times or 1,000 times bigger than YouTube. So if you're as soon as they're ready to open it up, make sure you guys get in. That way you're there from the start and you learn it as it goes.
You have to apply for that?
I believe if you have an X account or whatever, it should be on there somewhere. They're going to send emails out. I'm not sure yet. Cool. But we had went in on a couple of the round tables and sat in and listened. You could do that too. And I was telling you about this, Matt. I'm a queefer. Hey, baby girl. Hi. So anyway, yes. So now what we're doing is where we are at in this. Connie Regularly, who is the head of Family Forward Project, is also a disbarred lawyer from Tennessee because she had stuck up for the families. So now she had taken it on as grassroots, as just being a citizen and changing all the laws. So that's who we're all working together with behind the scenes to see, what can we get done, how can we get it done, and who can be out here to support it. So what we do need is for that HR 8866 is for the people in quotes, to get on the phone or write into your senators and let them know, or we're coming with it. We're pretty sure we already have the House vote and it will pass, because like I said, there's 16 for revisions. And that is that there is a reform of CPS, which is long called for.
Do you know how the Senate vote went? Like, I could see this is like absolutely a divisive topic. So I'm sure they kind of come.
Well, the House bill, Matt, that just passed right now. Absolutely. I think I even gave you the House call vote to give you the numbers, the exact numbers, but it went both were for it. So it went over very well. I do have it, the House call vote, because we were watching it. I do have it. Hold on. So we have 2/3 yay and nay. And that was on the September 18th. We have a 405 vote on yes, 10 nays, no voting of 15. And that's on the roll call of the 423 bill number HR 9076. So That is with the 118th Congress second session. But with this is all happening is now, if you'll see how you'll see Paris Hilton was out here, right? So Paris was out advocating to say we need a change in this system.
I saw that. Okay. I saw Paris.
We need changes. And so when we're all saying we need changes for everything, all of it out here. We're not saying that it's not needed. What we're saying is that it needs to be done appropriately for families so that families can stay together. That's our viewpoint. And not only that, but that advocates can be set in place for all aspects of families. That includes the internet. Okay, so like we're doing right now, we have been out here, for almost 3 years now. And yes, we have been monitoring. We have been tracking, tracing, watching everything that's going on. We have sat with you guys, our content creators that we love out here. We do love you guys. God, you guys are doing great. We can't even say enough about you guys. If it weren't for you good people that are doing this and the subs that are seeing this, this would not be happening. If it wasn't for everybody sticking together behind the scenes, knowing what's going on, tag teaming, exchanging what they have, helping each other along the way, tagging each other along the way, this has become a collective of voices, even with the content creators themselves, which is absolutely awesome. You joined your own unity out here to show and expose the tragedy pimps. We went one step further. We actually went into DC, and I have that videoed, and we exposed the tragedy pimps of the internet for the families. So we have been behind you, and we made sure we were the boots on the ground to get our voice in there to back all of you up like we promised we would do. So our part now is to work through the bills that are happening. And we are doing that with the Family Forward Project. Connie regularly has that on Facebook. Anybody can go check that out. And then from there, we're working out here with everyone. So right now, that was also what you were saying about dog coming in. Is this good or bad? Listen, dog coming in is bringing the attention for Sebastian. Yes, it's good. Okay. The people dogging dog is not good. Okay. His reasons are his own, and he lost a child also. You have to remember that, guys, right? That's also how Tim from Texas, help me out here, Texas Search had gotten into this, was because he lost a daughter. So everybody's out here that's fighting that has lost children themselves are here for a reason. Okay. And that's also to expose all the other ones that are going at this. So hopefully, you all can pay attention to what's happening around this, pay attention to who's saying what, and make up your own choice or your own choices of how you feel about it. We're here to tell you that missing a child or a child that they find that is deceased is a family grieving either way. Loss is loss.
Yeah.
And so therefore the state of mind that the families are in is not good. You're judging families that are not in their right minds out here. They're not going to make decisions that are correct. They don't even know what correct is at this point. And that's where advocates would come in to help them out to be that voice to make sure that EquiSearch, right, Josh? Thanks for that, bud. And they were at Cash's Angelversary too. EquiSearch had come in with the FBI for Cash's Angelversary. We have them. Tim sent in a crew for us. So yes, we are a voice. We do speak with these people that are, let me say, quote, legitimate searchers for a reason. We speak with the police departments. We speak with everybody that's around it. We don't want information from them on anybody's cases. What we want is that, what can we do? How can we help you? What can we say to help you? Right? That's how it should be. Not to poke and pry and try to act like you're a detective of 30 years out here, or you're somebody. Okay. Let me tell you what you are out here. You are a content creator only by YouTube. If you claim to be something else, you better have a license, a certificate, went to school, and know more than what these police officers and FBI know. Okay?
Hold on, Char. Candace, she's been trying to help you guys. I told Don, I don't know if the message got directly to you or not. This is someone who's they're going through like literally legislation. So you guys need to talk. Okay. Maybe what I said to Don didn't get to you, or maybe he didn't understand. I know you guys have been burnt by people on the internet. There's not one that's going to do that. I'll touch with you after this, get with Noel, but this is something, and just so people know real fast, let me ask you this, Shar. I know there's going to be some people who don't know who Cash Gernon is, because maybe they floated in from Facebook on Sebastian Rogers, and now they're in true crime or one of these other cases that happened after Cash, but without pointing the finger at which one did what. I mean, you're free to say whatever you want, but as far as Tragedy Pimps and that in Cash's case, can you speak on maybe a really brief, like, how that impacted the family?
Well,
for people who don't know,
I'll give you a quick scenario. All right.
Okay.
So in the beginning of this, the good side of the family kept their mouths shut because they were told to, right, by the police department. Because when the police department tells you information, you can't go out here blurting it. Okay. You can ruin the investigation. Yeah. All right. You can ruin everything in the end of what you're looking for, the justice, right? So Connie was told to be quiet, and she was. Okay. Then what happened was, the UK Daily brought out the video, right, that was released, which was incorrect because the person that released that video had no rights to release it. She was not anything to these children to release a video. Okay. She has gotten charges of neglect and abuse. She has the charges. They were founded. So was the father was founded. Meanwhile, everybody ran with the UK Daily, right? So while Connie has set up a legit funeral fund, the other people were setting up a funeral fund. So there ended up a feud on that, right? So Daily Beast had to square that away. So that's when Connie's other daughter, who lives in the UK, stepped in. Notice the connection here on UK, because she was in the UK. She stepped in and she handled that part for it to straighten it out. Wait a minute. My mother is here taking care of this, not you people. We don't even know who you people are, So Cash was handed over to Connie, okay, and Cash's mother. That's who Cash was handed to, not to those people out there that had that other GoFundMe. So that's where it had all started. So the police department was contacted. We got in touch with the Dallas police, and from there it had boiled over. Then a dispute had happened out here because now nobody knew who to believe or what to believe, and everybody spun their own stories. Meanwhile, there was a community meeting that was broadcasted that nobody paid attention to, obviously, that said CPS had dropped the ball. CPS was called in January because there was a missed visit, and CPS did not carry through, and they knew exactly where Cash and Carter were at the time. So therefore, we have a missed CPS case. They had a case number and everything. They were supposed to carry it through with the HB 2053, which is Colton's Law, and they didn't do it. Colton's Law is a no justice jurisdiction, which means if one county has to cross over to the other county, they don't need permission. They just go do it. And that was because little Colton was missing in 2015, 2016, the bill went through. And that's HB 2053, Texas Colton's Justice Law. Now, this is how I had gotten into play, because back then in 2015, I had helped with Colton's Justice Law. And that's how I knew of what was wrong here, how it went wrong. Okay. Texas missed the mark. And then when you listen to the community, they all missed the mark and they admitted it. So from there, what happened was the content creators decided to make up their own scenarios because they wanted to keep the story running, already knowing what happened and what was going down. Brown was already arrested. Everything was already done. And they continued on to collect money. And then they started attacking the family, death threats, couldn't even have a birthday party for cash without death threats. We had to put the police department in there. I mean, it was really bad. And there's other ones, you know, that can verify this for us, that we were like, hey, listen, and we just have to make this where they are surrounded. And whoever just did that, Queef, you're correct. So, so we had to protect at that time everybody on anything that was being done. We have a bench that was done for cash. We have a monarch butterfly sanctuary. There's a rock garden. We built Cash's garden. I mean, there was a lot of things we have done that we have been attacked for just simply doing the right thing. So then that's when the organization came into play, because now that there's an organization, she organized it, which makes it that we are a voice. Now, when we made that decision, we are a voice for everyone, not just for Cash. So with our board, and what we had done at that time was joined with forces with the Family Forward Project on advocacy in all aspects. Okay, so that includes the internet. So I am the internet advocate, but I am also part of the organization, so that we can make sure, and the YouTube or whatever media possible, to make sure that our connections are done properly and with people that we know are doing the right thing. And that's why I said, you guys, I cannot say enough. I've met some of the best people out here, Matt, along the way, that that this family could move on and do well and thrive. We've all, we lifted them up. They were thrown in the gutter. We lifted them up. And at this point, we want to do that for many others. We don't want this to happen to other families. And that was the mission. And that's the goals that we're setting here. You guys, that's why we are standing.
You guys are doing great work. Now, I know this from helping a woman out of Florida that had a problem with Florida. It's called the Florida Free Kill Act. I had her on. It's a whole stream that I did. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description. But through her, she fought the hospitals here in Florida. I learned how a bill gets passed. And just so people understand, we're dealing with stuff that's happened to this family. They've actually, they're getting real things done, and it's passed the House and into the Senate. So before it even goes there, to create a bill, to my understanding, you have to have a Democrat, and people think in 2024, the right and the left are completely split. They're completely divided. But you have to have a Democrat and a Republican come and together form a bill. But you need one of each party, right? And then from there, they can form a bill. And then the bill gets introduced, but not passed. And it has to go through then the Congress and then the Senate. They are to the point where all this stuff happened it happened in real life. People exploited it, and all the shit happened on YouTube. They're fighting. She's told the Wells on here a couple of times, take your rights back. They're still fighting. So this happened in real life. People covering it, exploiting the situation on YouTube. They still fighting. You got one of each to introduce the bill. It's been passed in Congress, and now we're to the Senate. And I think something like this will get passed. It's not divisive. Something they would argue about. It's kids. So We got to keep it. We got to keep our
Well,
prayers open.
here's where we're at, Matt. There's other grassroots organizations. This all has to be done by the people now. Let's remind you of that. All has to be done by the people, right, at this point in time. But there's we are just part of it, right? So there's other groups and organizations that have stood with us, and we stand with them through grassroots. And also that it's a people's voice. You guys here, everybody getting the word out. We need the people to actually contact your senators, your legislators, your representatives, and let them know we support the bills that you're going to reform for the children, period. Like I said, there's not just one, there's 16 in there right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
So along the way, Family Forward Project, I'm going to say that I've been out here for 20 years advocating without a bill. 20 years. So along the way with Family Forward Project, which I've been, a part of, and also with my own advocacy things that I've done, we had finally made it to where we're at now. But that's 20 years in the works. You also have other groups that had pushed this, which was which I came out and even said this, pay attention to these big cases, right? Alex Jones. So it was the Sandy Hook case. Those parents had pushed. Okay, so they push it through. Then also it was the one with the helicopter. They took the pictures of her daughter, and she said, "I don't want them online." The basketball player, Matt, and they put the pictures out online anyway. She went in and sued and said this shouldn't happen. So you'll see that there's reference cases that are higher up that we can now skirt off of, right? So that's basically how this is going for the internet. And then you had Elon come out and say, "I lost a child." Nobody will come out here and speak badly about children or their families.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Elon stepped in. That's where we're at, right?
Yep.
So when you have, it wasn't just us little guy. We're just a voice, as I say. Iron Man, our little Iron Man is there. My little Batman is there. Now I have a little Wonder baby that's there. Our little voices are in with a big voice is basically what's happening now. And I thank God for that. Because we worked really hard for 3 years out here just with this case to help push through and for people to see what is going on with all of you, with all these content creators out here. And they've done an excellent job trying to get this through. I can't, like I said, you guys, you subs, I understand lurkers and being in there, but you better pick and choose who you're supporting. Because even if you're in there, right? Even if you're in there supporting, you're still supporting that channel by getting paid. You might just be, a looky-loo, or we would just, but you're still supporting them. We are non-monetized. We have never been monetized, never will be monetized, okay? We did have a bigger channel, Matt. It was taken. But we let them have it. Hold on. We let them have it. A lawyer has it. And it's there because it is getting everything that's on it that we have done is there to use as evidence on backing up what we said. That's why we're out here now. We're not out here to be big. Okay. We're out here for a different purpose. That just keep our front. No, we're still here to relay the information to all you guys. Okay. That's where we're at.
So I didn't know that. But I'm going to guess here. Did people false strike it?
Yeah, but it's okay. Like we said, it's okay. Wow. It's okay. We rebuilt 3 times. We rebuilt 3 times. Okay, it's okay. Crazy. So that's what we're saying. This, with the way that it was going, the evidence that they have now. Thank you, because then they get to hold it for us. Okay, so it's there. It's not going anywhere. In a little vault, as they say. So things do work in strange ways. They really do.
Okay, so reaching out to your local reps will help. What is the bill? What is the number on the bill? Is it the one
that is HR 8866 is what we are working on.
HR 8866,
and that's House Res Bill HR 8866, and that's for the family advocacy bill. That's what it says on there, and I'll point that out too again. It says it's for child welfare, but also at the bottom it says other purposes. The other purposes were added in. I went in. I spoke for the tragedy pimps and what's happening with tragedy pimping, and I can shoot you the short little clip because they let us bring out a little bit. They really don't want us, showing much, but I did clip it, and It's on our channel.
I'll actually, when you jump down, I'm gonna play on your channel. Which one is it? Let me look on your.
It's a short clip. It says Cash was in DC. We had brought it out for Savage because Savage was the first one when we got back that was on. So I let her play it live, but it's on our channel. But like I said, this is basically for our documenting too. So along the way, everything that we have has already been out here. We can't say we didn't show it or bring it or do anything, with it. We actually did. And these are the social media platforms that we are utilizing. We're in the combat on the same platforms that we're combating at us. And that's the truth. So that's why we're standing out here. And not only that, we will contact families, and we have to, or contact creators to let them know what's up. If we know that they were good contact creators and they're being pulled in, that's when you get the phone call, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciated that. That may listen, when you guys do that, it really gives people, for me at least, when you did that, it gave me a little. You help motivate me, and because it's something different. It's something different, and it's just like, okay, now I'm helping. What I should have did is probably been vocal about it more, but you help motivate me make parodies. You help motivate me really try to get awareness out about what these people are doing, and I'm sure the same for people like Savage and everyone else, and people they tag all the time, creators and everything.
Well, everyone that I usually tag, and I do miss some, along the way, and I'm sorry if I do. But that is the ones that we do know and have either spoken to personally or through email or correspondence, and they know, or that we know they're doing the right thing. And they've been out here a long time with us doing exactly the same thing. And that is to expose the tragedy pimps. We try to jump in whenever we can, and we have time to sit with you guys. We have some really good people out here, and I cannot thank, and I do this all the time, the content creators enough. And there are a couple that went down for actually, that was at the 118-8866 was us, that have actually went under because of fighting, and they shouldn't have. And I'm hoping, some of them can rebuild it and come back as a stronger voice. Now that things are exposed the way they are. We appreciate everybody, even the subs, all the subs, please. If you can, however you can help these guys out, they're out here from the kindness of their heart, but they also have a family to feed too. Okay, we're not out here to feed anyone's family. We're out here to feed all of you the information that we possibly can, but they're out here to feed their families. So if you can help these guys out any way you can, be a member, just hit like. Do me a favor, go out there, hit that like. And I'm not saying this, I'm saying it because you have to support the right ones, and we appreciate it. We really do. So I'm going to let you take it away, Matt, and, say what you're going to say about dog. I just hope you're not dog and dog, because we do need dog out here. We need the bigger voices, no matter what it may be. Listen, let dog do dog. That's all I have to say,
Yeah, I will.
He's not stupid, So, all right, guys, thank you so much, Matt. Hello, Noelle. Hugs, Noelle. She's great too. I love her. Damaged Goods, please go and hit her channel up. She's been out here supporting children everywhere. Look, we're not just here. We've done protests, we've done rallies, we've done marches, we've done you name it, YouTubes, whatever, anything for the children. These two right here have been with us along the way, and we appreciate them for that. Thank you guys again from our hearts, and I'm going to get out of here, Matt.